We've all been there. Those moments when it feels like we're trudging through quicksand, each step a struggle. It's like all of our energy is gone, and even the smallest tasks seem daunting. We end up drifting through the days in a fog, feeling weighed down by it all. It's easier to just go back to bed. But deep down, we know we don't want to remain in this state forever. We want to shake off that heaviness and find our way back to clarity and purpose. We want to get out of this rut. But how? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this one is for all of us who have been feeling a little bit stuck in a rut recently. Speaking from experience, it is just so difficult when even the smallest thing seems like a monumental task and it feels like we're just going through the motions with no end in sight. Now, this isn't my first time being stuck in a rut. In fact, you could say that I'm a bit of an expert in this department. And over the years, I've come to learn that this is a completely normal feeling, it's part of the human experience, and it's usually caused by a variety of factors. And these may include feeling lost or lacking purpose and direction, not finding fulfillment in our daily lives, being bored or unmotivated with our daily routine, falling back on bad habits, negative life events, external circumstances, mental health issues, or it could be our hormones being out of whack. Ladies in the audience, I see you and I hear you. Breaking out of a rut is no easy feat, but it is definitely possible. So let's explore some of the things that we could potentially do to pull ourselves out from this quicksand and get back to living life again. First off, it helps so much to sit with yourself to try to understand what's really blocking your path. Like I've said in previous videos, awareness is the beginning of healing and change. Only once we understand the root of a problem can we work towards an appropriate solution. So perhaps it would help to dig deep and ask yourself why you feel like you're stuck in a rut. It could be one of the reasons we discussed earlier, or it could be something entirely different altogether. Take a moment to tune into your inner voice, whether that's through journaling, talking out with someone you trust, or even talking it out with yourself. Trust me, this helps. Once we identify what we truly need, we can then take the necessary steps to move forward and get back on track. But before anything else, let's go back to the basics here for a second. Sometimes when I'm feeling particularly stuck or low and I can't immediately figure out why, it's usually because I haven't been taking care of myself properly or prioritizing my needs as much. As adults with endless responsibilities, it can be easy to overlook our own well-being amidst all of the chaos. We're thinking about a million things at once, like doing well at work, trying to get that promotion, how much we have in our savings account, where our relationship is going, when we should call our parents or our friends, whether marriage and kids is even feasible in this economy, and if you do have kids, you're probably thinking about your kids, and if you have pets, you're probably thinking about your pets, or maybe you're thinking about your plants, or your next spin class, or your crochet collection, or the future, or the meaning of life and why we exist. It's just a lot to think about. And when we do this, it's quite akin to turning into the neglected sim from the Sims game. You know, the one with the red plumb bob flashing above their heads, calling out to you, the player, "Hey bud, please take care of me. I'm literally dying." Or more accurately, "Gyorza, scoobity scabadoo, ow, gyorza, scoobity scabadoo." So when we feel stuck, it really helps to strip back to the basics first. Things like getting enough sleep, eating well, moving your body, and allocating time to do the things that you like really make a huge difference. Remember, self-care isn't selfish. It is necessary to give us the strength we need to keep going and to navigate life's challenges with resilience. So now that we know that, what's next? One of the simplest yet most profound thing that I've learned, especially during this rut, is the magic of starting small. When we're stuck, even the smallest task can be overwhelming. But if we were to break these tasks into the tiniest, most manageable steps, say something that doesn't take up more than 2 minutes of your time, suddenly that doesn't seem too bad, right? And that's what the 2-minute rule entails. Coined by David Allen, the 2-minute rule states that if an action will take less than 2 minutes, it should be done at the moment it's defined. At the same time, James Clear writes in his book Atomic Habits that one of the keys to building effective habits is to make them as easy as possible to start, citing the 2-minute rule. Overall, it is a well-known technique used to beat procrastination and to build good habits, but I think it helps to get us out of a rut as well. Using the 2-minute rule, we only allocate 2 minutes to do the thing that we need to do or want to do, and we stop when the timer is up. So instead of reading for 30 minutes like you intended, just read one page. Instead of writing the entire essay right now, just write the skeleton or the outline of it. Instead of lifting heavy weights for 2.5 hours, just do a couple of minutes on the treadmill first. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. The important thing is showing up, because this gets the ball rolling and helps to build momentum. Honestly, this is one of the things that made a huge difference recently. Talking myself into going to the gym for like 5 minutes is so much more manageable and enticing than forcing myself to stay there for 2.5-hour sessions like I used to. Naturally, 5 minutes would turn into 10, which would turn into 20 and then 30, and then suddenly the workout is complete. But even on days where you do end up doing 2 or 5 minutes, that is completely okay. You did your best. You showed up and you did the work. That's all that matters. And if you need extra help, you could look into having an accountability partner, someone who can help keep you on track and maybe even pull you out of that quicksand. For instance, if you have a friend who also does an activity that you want to try out or commit to, like let's say bouldering or learning Japanese, for example, you could ask them to keep you accountable by scheduling sessions on both your calendars so that it makes sure both of you show up for those sessions. In the end, it's better to do one push-up than none at all. Better to write one sentence than none at all. It's better to eat one healthy meal, learn one Japanese word, practice a little bit of self-care, and reach out to one friend than do none of those at all. What's important is showing up and building that momentum. Baby steps are still steps, and slow progress is still progress. The next thing that can change the game here is switching things up. When we find ourselves stuck in a rut, it's often a signal that something needs to be changed. Sometimes I feel like it's our body's internal compass or gauge indicating to us that something isn't quite right and it's time to pay attention. In fitness, sticking to the same workout routine for a long period of time without adjusting frequency or intensity can lead to a plateau. That's why it's essential to introduce occasional changes to prevent that stagnation. And this is called progressive overload. Progressive overload entails steadily increasing the intensity or difficulty of the workout over time to stimulate muscle growth and enhance strength. Just as our bodies need progressive overload, so do our minds. Introducing new experiences and challenges help to stimulate both body and mind to adapt and grow. And these changes can take up various forms, whether it's tweaking your diet or your daily routine, changing your environment, saying yes to a new exciting project, meeting different people, trying out a hobby that you're curious about, learning something new, or joining a community. And these adjustments can feel like a breath of fresh air and hopefully get our energies flowing again. Feeling stuck in a rut can be incredibly frustrating, but it is possible to get out of it. By caring for ourselves, taking it one day at a time, or 2 minutes at a time, and learning to listen to our bodies and minds when it's trying to tell us something, we'll be better equipped to regain our momentum and get back on our feet again. Be kind to yourself throughout the highs and the lows. You're doing your best. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.